Hello everybody, and I hope you're having a fantastic day. And in this video, I'm going to be coming back at you with another spawn vid, and this time we're going to be talking about the the step-up spawn that just came out. Okay, so with this step-up spawn, everything that you're going to be seeing is weapon. It's going to be a 46 gem step-up spawn. Okay, so would I recommend doing this spawn? Is this spawn all too worth it? My answer to your question is probably not. By probably not, I mean for most of you, no, and probably won't be. It's a nice concept though, and I'll talk about that right now. Okay, so if you actually go to the actual featured gear, we got one art of set right here. We got a double XL testament, and then we got a extra class set as well when it comes to the weapon set. And then everything else you're going to be seeing: divine testament. This is also going to be divine testament, and then this is also going to be divine testament. Also, this is the only 36 set they have. Everything else looks like is going to be 35 cost weapons. So yeah, they have a lot of divine testaments. Actually, half of all the sets they have in there is divine testaments. They have one set that's art of, one set that's double XL physical, or not physical, but double XL testament. Then they have one set that's set for extra classes. So there's a lot of Divine Testament sets in there. And guess what? The one over here for the new treasure spawn is also Divine Testament. So there's a crap ton of Divine Testaments. Honestly, I wouldn't deal with the risk. You can go for this. This is more of a high risk, high reward type deal. Because if you get, especially if you get 36 costs, it's going to be beneficial. But there's 36 costs over here, and it is a lot less riskier. Now, over here in the treasure spawn, it will be obviously expensive. I'm not gonna say if it's gonna be more or less, because this one's going to be very varied, because you might actually just do this 5 times, which 45 is near 50. If you do this 5 to 50 times, that's nearly 250 gems. I think that's a little under. I think that's 220 or something like that. But anyways, moving on from there, that's a lot of gems. That is a lot of gems, and you can legitimately get the same thing over and over, 5 lances. Maybe different sets, but they're gonna be 5 lances, and the rates just vary. There's the reward pool is too huge for you to actually do this. It is a nice concept, and I am thankful that they decide, instead of throwing some 34s and lowers, all of them are 35 and 36 costs guaranteed. There's only one set that's 36 costs, but still, the concept is nice. They know that this game, or at least I hope they know that this game is a little too fast-paced to be throwing some of those lesser costs, because if they did, there wouldn't be too much of a point, especially for 45 gems. There wouldn't be too much of a point for them throwing lower costs in there. So they kind of have to take their own medicine for what they're doing right now and just have to roll with it. But even then, still, this is a weapon spawn. Monster spawns, 45 gems would be understandable, but keeping the weapon spawns at the same price is not understandable. Considering that weapons are a lot easier to come by than monsters, it would make sense to, I think it would make sense to reduce the cost by half. Say it'd be a 25 gem step up spawn instead of a 46 gem step up spawn. That would make more sense, I believe, because that would be more reasonable for a weapon spawn. Plus, on top of it, we haven't seen any monster spawns or special spawns lately, so they might be creeping by real soon. So, yeah, I wouldn't really waste too much time and too much gems on this. I don't really recommend doing this. I'm not gonna say for certain this is a bad, complete deal. This is a complete ripoff. For some of you, it will absolutely be. So that's what I'm saying. Some of you might walk away lucky-handed, but again, I'm not gonna really recommend this spawn because the reward pool varies really too hard, and is the Divine Testament, especially if you could do at least if you could spend enough money to get some of these stuff in the metal exchange, gear wise, perhaps say, excluding the monster. I can't, especially you people, I can't really recommend this. If you want more safer choices, just stick to doing treasure spawns and doing the metal exchange, grabbing the gear pieces, or perhaps the class spawn is going to be class spawn's going to be class guaranteed spawn. So that's why I'm saying, I personally don't think this would be a good, all too much of a good idea or a good spawn to be spawning. Okay, so going back on this, half of them were Divine Testaments, so you're going to be seeing a lot of Divine Testaments. A group of them is art ofs, and then a group of them is extra classes, and I'm not even going to mention the regular Testament at double XLs. They are good, don't get me wrong, I'm gonna ignore them because they're pretty basic. They increase damage, but anyways, moving on from there, the reason I'm saying that is because with Divine Testaments, you really want, like, Divine Testaments are great for making a critical hit build. That's what they're mainly good for. And when you're doing a critical hit build, I'm not talking about Fatal Testaments. Fatal Testaments are a cheat sheet. I think they're a real shortcut or walk around when it comes to critical hit chancing and everything surrounding it. But if you have like these right here, the Imperial Guard stuff, if you're rocking 2 of these, because you can only stack up to 2 of these, then grabbing some Divine Testaments will help. If not, then I can't really recommend it. Unless you're saving up for this in the future and it comes out in the future. I'm not sure if it's gonna ever come out in the future. Hey team, I think if you're throwing a lot of these Divine Testaments out, I think it would be wise to bring these back for the people who didn't get these, because there wouldn't be too much of a purpose in actually just spawning Divine Testaments and not having other stuff surrounding it that actually increases your critical chance. Now, you will have abilities and moves that might do that, or your class might have a default increase in critical hit chance, but I'm just saying, like, this also helps out too. So personally, I don't think if people don't if people have these, even if they only have one, I'm not sure if it's all too worth really worrying about Divine Testaments. So that's my intake on Divine Testaments. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. I hope this helped out. This is the AzureWrath, and I'll catch you in the next video. I'm out. Peace.